When people started from hunter or gatherers to settled in a different geographic places across the globe, man has searched for the food systems. And when people have settled across the globe and cultures are also evolved, and the traditional food system has been evolved since time immemorial. Particularly if Indian traditional food systems, we have many foods which our foods are culturally dependent and which we are consuming and for our better health. Particularly the traditional foods have minimal processing and no question of industrial processing at all. Therefore, the benefits of particular molecules which are present in the whole foods are devoid if we have highly processed foods. Therefore, traditional food systems have an important place in our daily diet and particularly for health outcomes. Therefore, to reveal the concepts and to know the factors and to know the molecules which are vital, important to maintain our health, we must learn about traditional foods and the various factors which are governed and the dishes which we are consuming and their importance for our health, which we are going to learn today. So we learn the various traditional food and major constants of traditional Indian food system and the benefits of designer foods and types and benefits of pharma foods also. So the traditional food. Traditional foods refers to food preparations or raw food commodities which use is deep rooted in traditional practices. Traditional foods are generally perceived as foods with beneficial properties due to genuineness, local production, propagation, and minimal or no industrial processing. Traditional food system exhibits extreme heterogeneity depending on seasonal variations, climatic conditions, geographical location, economy and religious practices. According to Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, traditional food products represents an expression of culture and lifestyle resulting from the local climatic, agricultural and economic conditions that determine production and processing practices. The European Food Information Research Network project defines traditional food as those with specific features that distinguish them clearly from other similar products of the same category in terms of use of traditional raw materials or primary products or traditional composition and traditional production or the processing methods. Traditional foods of India. Indian traditional foods can be broadly classified into preparations made from cereals, pulses, fruits, vegetables, dairy and meat and their products also. Traditional Indian foods have been greatly influenced by culture, geographic patterns and seasonal variations and exhibit large diversity. Realization of functional properties of traditional food eventually led to development of one of the world's oldest medicinal system, that is the Ayurveda. Cereals and millets. Cereals and millets are mainly consumed as a source of macronutrients. They are traditionally used for making varieties of food preparations that are consumed during all meals of the day. See, if we look at the data created from the database generated from the National Nutrition Monitoring Bureau of National Institute of Nutrition, have said in 1960s in this country, the traditional diet is full of with cereals and millets. Approximately 25 to 30% millets are consumed in 1960s. Whereas today, predominantly the cereal in the millets group, we have not seen any millets anymore in the traditional diet which we are consuming. Therefore, the importance of such millets we are really lacking the knowledge as well as the processing preparation methods of those millets which should brought back to our plate along with the cereals, these important millets. They are traditionally used for making varieties of food preparations that are consumed during all meals of the day. The two important cereals that are widely consumed in India are rice and wheat. So if you look at in India, most of it, the rice, which is South Indian culture, where we take a lot of rice as our staple diet. Whereas in the northern India, we eat a lot of wheat as our cultural practice, eating as roti or of a different forms. Other millets like jowar, that is sorghum, bajra, that is pearl millet, and ragi, that is finger millet, and other minor millet like kodo millet, foxtail millet are also used as staples or substitute in many regions of our country. For example, if you take the finger millet, the ragi was a staple food once in Karnataka, where people used to eat a lot of ragi mudde. The variations of rice and wheat and the way they are processed for consumption have changed over the years. For instance, polished rice is the most predominantly sold form in both urban and rural settings. Interestingly, rice used to be polished only 2.5% level in 1960s, while presently the polish is around 10 to 12% for commercial purposes. Similarly, wheat is industrially processed to make flour of two types. One is whole wheat flour, that is atta, and refined wheat flour, that is maida, which we are consuming in these two processed products. So if we look at the rice, seeds of the grass rice or sativa or rice grains are a staple food used all over India and rest of the world too. It is used in foodstuffs including plain rice, biryani, a product, variety of rice dishes, desserts, breakfast items such as idli and dosa. These are the fermented products using the rice, which are commonly consumed in India. 100 grams of raw milled rice delivers around 356 kilocalories of energy from 78.2 grams of carbohydrates and 7.9 grams of proteins and approximately half gram of the fat. So wheat, if we look at, is a cereal grain, a Triticum species, is traditionally used in India, mainly used after flouring to prepare many types of flatbread such as chapati, roti, naan, etc. 100 grams of wheat provides 322 kilocalories of energy from 10.5 grams of protein, 1.47 grams of fat, and around 64 grams of carbohydrates, which gives the energy from the 100 grams of wheat. It is a good source of thiamine, niacin, pantothenic acid, folate, iron, magnesium, manganese, zinc and phosphorus. These are the important micronutrients which are abundantly present. So if we look at the pulses and the legumes, pulses and legumes have been an integral part of the traditional Indian food system. They serve as sources of protein besides energy and micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. Pulses and legumes are used to prepare a large number of stews and recipes that are commonly consumed as side dishes along with a large variety of Indian breads, unleavened bread, flat such as rotis and chapatis, rice preparations and breakfast items such as idli, dosa, appam, etc. Many pulses and legumes such as black gram, green peas, and rajma, the kidney bean, soybeans find important place in Indian food system alongside Bengal gram and red gram. Bengal gram or chickpea is an important food crop consumed all over the world, particularly in Afro-Asian countries, mainly for its calorific content. Nutritionally, 100 grams of Bengal gram delivers 329 kilocalories of energy from approximately 22 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and 47 grams of carbohydrates. It is a good source of thiamine, riboflavin, folate, and niacin. These are the B-complex water-soluble vitamins. In addition, it also provides good levels of alpha-tocopherol, linoleic acid, isoflavones, plant sterols, particularly like beta-cytosterol, camptosterol, and stigmasterol. Carotenoids such as alpha-carotene, beta-carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, and lycopene. Having dietary fiber content approximately 12 grams, Bengal gram is likely to exert positive effects on bowel health. So when we look into the dairy products, that is milk and milk products, the products exclusively derived from cow or buffalo milk are important traditional foods in India. Milk is an important source of nutrition for infants and children and is equally ubiquitously consumed by adults. It is used as such and as an ingredient in a variety of beverages such as tea or coffee, kheers, sweet porridge, and many regional sweet preparations like rasagolla, sandesh, and peda. 100 grams of milk whole buffalo provides 97 kilocalories from 3.68 grams of protein, 6.68 grams of fat, and 8.39 grams of carbohydrates. Milk is also a good source of calcium, phosphorus, riboflavin, vitamin B12, folate, and vitamin A. Dahi, a Indian yogurt, is a popular fermented product prepared from milk using lactic acid bacteria. The bacterial activity results in low pH, which causes milk proteins to curdle, giving characteristic texture to dahi. It is used in a variety of culinary preparations and also a complement to a plain rice. Dahi is rich in B-complex vitamins, folic acid and riboflavin, and confers a wide range of health benefits due to the presence of probiotic bacteria. Other dairy products used in the Indian traditional food systems are butter, ghee, that is clarified butter, and paneer, Indian cottage cheese. Fruits. In our traditional Indian food systems, fruits are the integral part. Fruits are rich sources of flavonoids, minerals, vitamins, carotenoids, electrolytes, and other bioactive components that are having important on for human health. While many fruits such as apple, pineapple, papaya, bale, citrus fruits, guava form part of a traditional Indian food systems, the most commonly consumed fruits are banana and mangoes. Many fruits can be dried for longer storage and are enjoyed as delicacies. Raisins, dates, prunes, figs, apricots, peaches, apples and pears are some of the fruits which are also available as dried fruits throughout the various seasons. Banana are fruits of herbaceous plants of the Musa family and are enjoyed world over for their taste, soothing effects. It is eaten as such and as an ingredient in shakes and salads. 100 grams of banana delivers 89 kilocalories, which has 1 gram of protein and 23 grams of carbohydrate and 0.3 grams of fat. Banana is reported to have 2.69% of dietary fiber. They are good sources of potassium, vitamin A, B6, C, and vitamin D. Banana are an excellent choice for baby food. They are generally suggested for alleviating constipation, hypercholesterolemia, and for mood-enhancing effects. Mango. Mango often deservingly referred to as king of fruits. Mango is fruit from tress of genus of Mangifera. It comes in many varieties and is enjoyed as such as well as used as an ingredient in different types of food. Raw unripe mangoes of different varieties are cut into small pieces and pickled. Pulp of several varieties of ripe mangoes is squeezed out, sweetened further with sugar or jaggery. This sweet preparation, colloquially called mango rasayana, is often consumed as delicious complement for chapatis made from wheat flour. Mango fruit is often eaten along with its peel, and hence peel of its constituents have been studied for biological activities. Nutritionally, 100 grams of mango delivers 60 kilocalories of energy from 15 grams of carbohydrate and 0.8 grams of protein and 0.4 grams of fat. Mangoes generally have dietary fiber content 1.6% and are a good source of vitamin C and carotenoid. Mangoes are known to possess anti-diabetic, antioxidant, antiviral, cardiotonic, hypotensive, anti-inflammatory properties. Mango is a source of large number of polyphenols such as mangiferin, catechin, quercetin, camphophyrol, and anthocyanin. Mangiferin is perhaps the most well-known of mango bioactives and is known to exhibit antioxidant, analgesic, anti-diabetic, anti-sclerotic, antimicrobial and antiviral, cardio, hepato and neuroprotective, anti-inflammatory and anti-allergic activities have been documented using these foods. Particularly in India, mangoes have more than 1,000 named varieties are available and which can be used in our dietary practices, particularly for improving our health. The next one is we should think about the designer foods. Administrative and health bodies strongly advocate consumption of balanced diet. However, the balanced diet has been a great challenge to meet, and consequences not achieving balanced diet reflects in prevalence of many types of micronutrient deficiencies. This has led to emergence of the concept of designer foods. Designer foods are normal foods fortified with health promoting ingredients so as to elicit health benefits other than its traditional nutritional value. Strategies for developing designer foods: product formulation, novel processing, modification of raw materials. These are the various strategies. If we look at product formulation, these includes incorporation of functional ingredients into foods. Example: fortification, reformulation to increase levels of ingredients such as bran or fiber, and adding novel ingredients such as probiotic, phytochemicals, etc., as well as reformulating foods to contain lower levels of potentially harmful components. Example: we can reduce the fat also. Novel processing: enhancing the functionality of foods by fermentation, by heat or enzyme process, or by novel processing to increase the availability to the body of components already present in the food. Modifications of raw materials. Until recently, this involved using conventional breeding or selection techniques to enhance the properties of plants and animals. More recently, the advent of genetic engineering has led to the development of wide range of genetically modified foods and crops with enhanced functional components. Altered fatty acid profile, isoflavone content are a major priority of current research. For example, if you take in a breeding, we have improved a lot of functionality by targeting particular molecules. Also, genetically modified foods, improved varieties have been generated using the GM technology. For example is a golden rice. So likewise, there are strategies to develop these designer foods. Examples: omega-3 fatty acid enriched egg, oil and milk. Designer foods enriched with omega-3 fatty acids are intended for management of cardiovascular disease, hypertension, autoimmune, allergic, neurological disorders, maternal health, osteoarthritis, and rheumatoid arthritis. Docosahexaenoic acid, fortification of milk and other health supplements, is known to reduce the levels of blood lipids, improves composition of red blood cell membranes, and intelligence in infants when consumed by pregnant and lactating mothers. Further, docosahexaenoic acid supplemented products are promoted for developing of cognitive abilities in children. Conjugated linoleic acid enriched milk and eggs. These designer foods are promoted for their anti-diabogenic, anti-carcinogenic, anti-atherogenic, anti-inflammatory attributes. Probiotics enriched foods. Examples: these foods typically include yogurts, health drinks, and ice creams. Probiotic enriched foods are desired for their ability to produce pro-inflammatory cytokines, eliminate enterotoxigenic pathogens, prevent gastrointestinal and lower respiratory tract infections, improve defecation frequency and abdominal pain due to constipation in pediatric patients, and improve antioxidant status in type 2 diabetic patients. Vitamin D and calcium fortified milk. Milk is ubiquitously consumed food commodity and hence being explored as a platform for development of designer foods to deliver different types of macro and micronutrients. Vitamin D and calcium fortified milk are intended for improving bone health and reducing prevalence of unhealthy weight gain and obesity in postmenopausal women. Iodine, iron, and vitamin A supplemented food. These are promoted for improving anemic status, reducing anemia in children and pregnant women, and overcoming consequences of vitamin A deficiency by use of vitamin A enriched milk, and iodine deficiency by use of iodized salt. You might be all aware that the entire country is mandate now the salt should be fortified with iodine so that we can reduce or eliminate iodine deficiency disorders from our communities. Selenium enriched egg and milk. These foods are intended for prevention of cardiac muscle degeneration, muscular dystrophy, reducing the risk and prevalence of prostate and colon cancer, and improving antioxidant status by using this selenium, an important mineral. Phytosterols enriched oil. These products are intended for maintaining lipid homeostasis by reducing total and LDL, that is low density lipoprotein, and very low density lipoprotein, that is cholesterol. Oryzanol enriched oils is an example for phytosterol enriched oils. Golden rice, just now I was mentioning about, is a prime example of designer grains. It is produced by genetic engineering methods to synthesize beta carotene, a precursor of vitamin A. It is intended to produce a fortified food to be grown and consumed in areas with a shortage of dietary vitamin A to overcome vitamin A deficiency. Yogurt as a versatile platform for designer foods, because in our culinary practice, yogurt has been used in various ways and means. Fresh yogurt is an example for naturally available probiotic and can be perceived as an example of ancient designer foods, as humans started deliberate fermentation of milk since time immemorial. It contains live cultures of lactic acid producing bacteria that can prevent travelers' diarrhea, antibiotic induced diarrhea, rotavirus infection, and vaginal yeast infections. Probiotic yogurts potentially eliminate enterotoxigenic bacteroid flagells, which causes acute and persistent diarrheal disease, inflammatory bowel disease, and colorectal cancer. Designer yogurt containing bifidobacterium prevents gastrointestinal and lower respiratory tract infections and also improves defecation frequency and abdominal pain due to constipation in pediatric people. Regular consumption of probiotic yogurt improves fasting blood glucose and antioxidant status in type 2 diabetes patients. Apart from anti-diabetic activity, vitamin D or vitamin D calcium fortified yogurt ameliorated a compromised vitamin D status and improved lipid profile and endothelial biomarkers in type 2 diabetic patients. Curcumin mixed into yogurt exhibited anti-diabetic activity, and various in vitro studies indicated that yogurt bacteria generates water-soluble vitamins such as vitamin B1 and B2, and daily intake of 200 grams of probiotic or conventional yogurt will be a good source of these micronutrients. A study reveals that omega-3 fatty acid fortified yogurt increases omega-3 fatty acid content of plasma lipids and reduces arachidonic acid concentrations on plasma lipids. Then we discuss about pharma foods or medical foods. The concept of pharma foods or medical food, while at its early stages with respect to its coverage, is rapidly becoming popular. It is usually developed as a way to address therapy of disease or disorder by use of specialized foods, often in combination with prescribed drugs if available. The Food and Drug Administration defines medical foods as a food which is formulated to be consumed or administered enterally under the supervision of a physician, and which is intended for the specific dietary management of a disease or condition for which distinctive nutritional requirements based on recognized scientific principles are established by medical evaluation. It is intended for the dietary management of a patient who, because of therapeutic or chronic medical needs, has limited or impaired capacity to ingest, digest, absorb or metabolize ordinary foodstuffs or certain nutrients, or who has other special medically determined nutrient requirements, the dietary management of which cannot be achieved by the modification of the normal diet alone. Medical foods are not drugs and therefore are not subject to any regulatory requirements most specifically applied to drugs. However, it should be noted that food supplements containing essential nutrients meant for overcoming diseases caused by inadequate intake of essential nutrients such as scurvy caused by vitamin C deficiency cannot be labeled as medical foods. Examples of pharma foods. Medical foods for inborn errors of metabolism. Genetic diseases affecting the metabolic process result in severe defects in metabolism of all three types of macronutrients, that is carbohydrates, lipids and fats. These disorders have moderate to severe phenotype, and in most cases the only possible way of management of the disease is dietary management so as to limit the offending substances such as phenylalanine in the case of phenylketonuria. This has led to many commercial establishments producing specialized diets lacking of the offending substance for management of inborn errors of metabolism. These products include ones for the management of diseases such as phenylketonuria, maple syrup urine disease, homocystinuria, type 1 urea cycle disorder, glycogen storage disease, etc. Attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Wherein is a proprietary composition containing phosphatidylserine omega-3 enriched with eicosapentaenoic acid. For depression, a proprietary medical food by the name Deplin containing L-methylfolate is available for the treatment of depression. For a bone loss, Fostium and Fostium Plus are prescription medical food product available for the management of osteopenia and osteoporosis, that is for the bone loss. They contain genistein, zinc and vitamin D. Fostium Plus is Fostium with calcium, phosphorus, vitamin K2 and vitamin D. for osteoarthritis, whereas for diabetic neuropathy, Methanex containing L-methyl folate, calcium pyridoxal 5' phosphate, methylcobalamin is available for the management of diabetic neuropathy. So far we have discussed about the traditional food systems and how the processing effects and what happened to those molecules, how the food has evolved as medicine, which we have learnt. In conclusion, it can be argued that understanding of effects of functional components of the food was a major driving force behind the establishment of ancient medicinal systems such as Ayurveda and Chinese medicine. It is now clear that food and food components will be a major approach to management of chronic diseases in addition to conventional medicine. Advances in biology and chemistry research have led to an identification of active principles of food and mechanism of their biological effects responsible for health promoting activity of food. This has in turn led to an emergence of concepts such as functional foods, designer foods, and pharma or medical foods. Pharma foods are of particular importance for dietary management of disorders, of errors in metabolism, while functional foods are generally meant for improving general health and particularly health paradigm. In the concept of functional foods and pharma foods also important from the point of employment opportunities that can be created for the newly developed these pharma foods.